One skill that will always get you video production work is being able to do interview and B-roll packages. My name's David Moorfield. I'm a freelance director of photography in Orlando, but today we're going way up to the Panhandle and we are filming in Steinhatchee. I've never been here before. I'm using my tool of choice, the FX6 with V-mounts and two zoom lenses, 16-35 and 24-70. Yes, we all know primes are better, but I can film way more efficiently with this zoom set. So the end client is Visit Florida, but I am being contracted by a production company. The owner of that company is speaking at my Orlando filmmaker meetup later in the episode, so make sure you stay tuned for that because he's got some big things going on, which I might be a part of. And the activity today is scalloping. So everybody else, the talent, is going to be doing the actual hard work. I'm just here to film it in the most engaging way possible. So, you know me, I jump in the water as quick as I can because it feels amazing. I love doing this kind of grunt work, and I love corporate work too in an air-conditioned room, but this is really fun. So I've rigged my camera out to work perfectly for this type of situation. You'll see me do minor adjustments on it on the fly. So I hold the camera with my right hand. I'm able to twist the monitor. I don't have to unlatch anything. This is a very, very fast camera. That's the best way I can describe it. It makes things easier to shoot.
Cool.
Okay. Typically, I don't offer drone services, but it did seem appropriate for this project. So I have my favorite filter on, which is the Polar Pro VND / circular polarizer. So it's able to cut some of the reflections. Really depends on what angle of the sun you're at. But sometimes it really comes in handy to be able to see through water. And this is what we're trying to sell, right? So I get my land angle, I get my aerial angle. Next stop is the rusty, trusty GoPro 7, and I have had this thing for forever. My website the other day, I was like, look at the first billing date, and I was like, I've been doing this for 10 years.
Have you really?
I was like, no way.
That's awesome.
I mean, I've definitely had to get 1 or 2 new GoPros over the time, but the reason I keep buying the 7 is because it's compatible with this accessory. So this overwater, underwater dome port gives a really cool look that I can't get from any of my other camera systems. Essentially, that plastic bulbous part pushes the water away so that the GoPro can focus on that water horizon line and see above water. And if the water is clear like it is today, it can see below water. Not a bad office for the day. I am in my element. So while everybody else is doing the hard work and actually harvesting the scallops, I'm just filming it. And I think we got 5 gallons of scallops or whatever the legal allotment was. But I am using my Shimoda doctor bag as always. I see a lot of videographers who have to do a lot of excessive work to break their camera down to put it in their bag. And when you have limited space, limited time, I don't want to waste all that time. So being able to take off the monitor and really just drop it into the bag helps speed up my workflow and lets me capture more shots and waste less time. Well, I've done the B-roll part, so now it's time for the interview. So watch how fast this is. Simple pull, snap, and we're ready. You don't know how long I've tried to get my system that quickly. I am so happy with how fast it is now. Extremely operational. No shotgun mic boomed overhead. We're using my Rode wireless system, the Filmmaker kits, and no additional lighting either. Just using the sun as a key light. And it's funny though, because in the iPhone, you can see the beautiful blue sky in the frame, but when I use my expensive camera, I know that it's gonna take extensive grading to be able to pull that back. So for the background, I'm choosing to go with some depth, have him side lit by the sun, and really put him in this symmetrical space right under the door frame. And you can see here, I'm gonna turn the markers on and off for the middle vertical crop since this is going on to social. I love that I can just tap that on and off for quick reference because the instructions were to film 16:9, but to keep the middle vertical aspect ratio clean for social. It needs to be able to fit inside there. So we're keeping his shoulders right in the middle. And you can also change the opacity on the FX6 for those markers. I have it a little light here since I need to be able to see on the outside. And then after this whole day of filming, I still have 40% battery left. That is the amazing benefit of switching to a V-mount system. I hear some real backwoods Florida stuff. What are we thinking? The deep fried Oreos or deep fried alligator tail? Nobody else from the crew wanted the scallops, so I made out pretty well. We got the scallops on ice. That'll stay good for the 3.5-hour drive back to Orlando. Ended up getting a bacon cheeseburger and fried Oreos. This is the nice part about Florida. You get to do side quests and find places like this.
And honestly, I'm a little jealous right now. I'm in 100-degree weather in Texas, and Puerto Rico at the ocean just sounds amazing.
Now, this is not an official perk if you get a consultation call, but I did have some free time today. So Jared came out from Dallas, Texas. We got to give him the Florida boy treatment and show him this dope hidden Florida spring.
It's the Florida way. Now I see
it
where
is.
You guys get your reputation from.
Yeah, some Florida activity. Jared booked a consultation call last week, and we made some really good progress on his unique situation. And I was explaining how the Orlando filmmaker meetup was coming up next week. About an hour later, I get a text from him saying, I just booked tickets from Dallas to Texas. I'll see you there. So I was blown away. He is trying to make an effort to be a part of this community, and I'm trying to grow the community, so it all works together, and I'm happy to meet other videographers. This is a little bit of a different circumstance, but hey, it works all the same. And if you guys want to have a consultation call, I definitely can't guarantee a swim in the springs, but email me to book a video call, and I'd be happy to go deeper into your situation and any video questions that you have. Empty patio, that's what I like to see. We're gonna fill that up and have a good meeting tonight. This is officially the 6th meetup that I've hosted. I found the venue. This place is beautiful. However, it is outside, which can lead to some rain problems, but as quickly as that comes in, it goes away, and we have more people showing up, about 20 people tonight. We had a special discussion from my longtime buddy and colleague, Dalton Smith, who was talking about how he made the transition from starting filming his friends with GoPros to building a successful company over the years and now partnering with ESPN Boxing. I've recorded this. I am going to upload it. Please let me know if these types of recordings are something that you'd be interested in, because I'm thinking of just adding them to my channel and having 2 different things. I'll have the vlogs and then also these kind of entrepreneurial talks from people who are actually walking the walk. I think a lot of people got some great insight here. I know I did, and I'm looking to expand this even more and more.
That's it for the speaking. You guys are welcome to stay, keep talking. I'm definitely gonna be here for a bit, have a few more drinks. But yeah, well, sorry, that was long, 8 minutes ever. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Now, why would I have a massive base plate with an area rosette? Well, tomorrow is my last remaining day of work for that MMA docuseries. And then I have potentially 3 days of work for that Australian feature doc at the end of the month. Both of those projects require shoulder work, so I went ahead and got the relocatable shape arm, which it has this amazing push button technology, which for some reason no one else has copied, which you can just push, change the angle, and you don't have to unscrew anything. And as you notice, there is no shoulder pad here, and that is by design. I asked a couple of working professionals, one from the UFC, and he said that he just rests the butt of the battery on his shoulder. And then I also watched a Luke Forsyth video, and he said the exact same thing, to keep the weight and to keep it small. Now my left hand can be here operating, which is gonna make it a lot more stable. And hopefully with that MMA docu-series, it's being targeted for Netflix. I would love to see my credits on there, but that is gonna be filming tomorrow, so I will have a new vlog out soon. That's good. It's really good.